Hey guys, how you doing today? We're going to try something a little bit different on this channel. We're going to try a little voiceover action. Got my little camera here with the auxiliary mic. We're going to try this out. Seems like a lot of the cool kids are doing this talk radio type voiceover action, so we're going to try it here too. So today I decided to take the TRX4 by Traxxas down to my local watering hole and get a little water under the tires. Just wanted to kind of go through what took place here today and give you my opinions on it after 2 weeks of owning it, and let you guys know what I think about the truck itself. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of tooling around. Not much going on. I'm not a pro driver or anything. A little bit about the truck. It's just a almost factory Traxxas TRX4 with the Bronco body on it. The only thing I have done to the unit so far is replace the stock steering servo. About a week into owning it, just out thrashing on it, and I lost steering. So some quick research lended the results that the steering servo on these is very lackluster. So I ended up searching around and found a Power HD 23 kg digital servo, which is waterproof. And as you can see here, it needs to be when you do stupid stuff like that. So that is really the only thing that has been replaced on this truck so far. Everything is, for the most part, stock. Now you'll see me driving around here in this little creek bed. I have the truck in low range, and I also have both differentials locked because a lot of the stuff in this little creek bed is moss covered and just slippery in general. So with the diffs unlocked, you don't really go much anywhere. So like I said, the current setup is having both of the differentials locked, and the truck is in low range. So I'm just trying to tool around here and test the limits of this thing and get a feel for how it's going to respond. Some overall impressions of the thing are the bumpers are a little low and kind of keep you from scaling things head on, which is a little bit annoying. But there's a huge aftermarket for these things, and if that's something that I feel like in the future I want to change, I'll just change it out. Tons of different aftermarket body choices, so sky's the limit with these things. Just like any of these RC stuffs and drones and quads or whatever, there's so much aftermarket availability and stuff that you can customize them with and make them better. It's just it's crazy. It's almost as wild as some actual car aftermarket stuff. So we'll get into that later if I ever decide to kind of go for it and totally customize the truck. But currently, I just like enjoying it, having some fun, and seeing how I can break the damn thing. Now, one thing that I do dislike about the unit, and I think this is something that's across the board with these trucks, is the fact that they're very top heavy, and they tend to kind of tip over or roll over fairly easily. Now, the Bronco version of this truck, I think, is one of the better ones because the body itself has a lower center of gravity, and there isn't a lot of knickknacks on the actual truck body itself. The Defender has like a roof rack, and really the body itself is higher, so it just creates more of a tipping point with the already high center of gravity the truck has. So the Bronco and the believe it's like a military or a SWAT type body on the other one are the better choices for performance when it comes to just getting a ready to run out of the box truck like this. Now, you're going to see here me testing the limits of the waterproofing on this unit. There's a little waterfall or runoff here, and the closer that you get to the waterfall, the deeper it gets. So I just go for it. Whatever. It's fun. I just kind of go around a few times, and each time I get closer and closer, and the water keeps getting deeper and deeper, and just really neat trying to test the limits of this little thing. Kind of see here just how much the suspension travels on it. Really neat. The truck comes from the factory with portal axles, which is like super cool. It has inner fenders, which makes it nice for situations like this when you're slinging mud and water around. It doesn't get all over the internals of the truck, and you end up having to run the damn thing through the dishwasher or hosing it off at the end of a run. This thing stays pretty clean with those inner fenders and stuff like that. It's almost like a body tray. Now you can kind of see here what I was talking about as far as the body getting hung up on stuff. It's not super terrible, but it is kind of annoying with the low bumpers on this body, so that's something that might get changed in the future. Now I will say that the bumpers themselves is on the chassis. It's the bumpers aren't on the Lexan body, so that was my mistake. Now you'll see me kind of tooling around over on this shallower area here, and once I get myself in the position here is when I really just say the hell with it, and let's see what you can do as far as submerging, playing submarine. And I think it did pretty well, all things considered. Whoa. There you go. That water is like up to the windshield. At some point, it's actually just floating. I'm not even touching the ground, and the only reason why I'm moving is because I'm spinning the tires underwater. Did a pretty good job. All things considered. I mean, I've been into RC stuff for a long time, more so when I was younger, and I wouldn't dare drive anything that I had previous to this in conditions like this. So this stuff has come a long way. The battery technology has come a long way, and it just kind of opens things up to a whole another world of having fun and stuff like that. Now, as far as future upgrades, if I do plan to do any upgrades, what I would do would probably be some brass bits to kind of lower the center of gravity on this truck. Now, I know they make portal weights and stuff like that where you can unbolt the factory polymer ones and put these brass bits on that weigh significantly more to keep the center of gravity on the truck super low. Just like anything, they are rather pricey. It's machine pieces of brass, so I think they're like 30 or 40 bucks, and they just go in place of the stock portal stock outer portal pieces. The factory pieces, I believe, weigh like 4 or 5 grams, and the brass parts weigh like 95 grams a piece. So that's 100 extra grams pretty much at the end of, end of each axle, which it doesn't get much lower for center of gravity's sake than right at the end of the axles. It does have the stock tires. I'm not really a guru on what tires are great right now. I'm just gonna run these until they're bald and then try something different. But coming to an end here and just kind of playing around and testing things out and seeing how well it does. But overall, I really like the truck and looking forward to kind of getting it hung up and dirty and smashing in it and bashing it. It's just really neat. Don't need to go fast to have a lot of fun, and this proves it here as far as being able to submerge it and just go places that you never thought you'd be able to go before. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more mayhem with this little truck, and thanks again. Like, subscribe, and comment.